Alright, so I think I'm okay, so
Are we good?
alright, I think I'm good. Search for me real quick. Can you search for me? Make sure that everything's fine real quick. And I'll just keep going. I should be live now. So they probably missed everything I had said before then, where if I just start disconnecting a bunch, I might have to end stream. Or go switch, well, or switch to the nether and start crawling through the nether because boatfly's real buggy and it works a lot better if you're not running a bunch of shit, at least for me. Um, where if close out all my programs and I'm just running Minecraft, I can fly for boatfly like anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes. I still like to play at night just so there's no prio queue. But I know when I tried to stream it before, it was disconnecting me every 2 minutes or so to the point where I was unable to stream. And I've changed my settings. I've got a better setup now, and I think it should keep me connected. But this is my first time trying it live. I tested it like privately. So we'll see. If not, then
Alright,
if it disconnects me a bunch, then we just have to wait for elytras to be enabled before I can base hunt like this. At least live.
Also I was gonna say, check your gaming
your gaming
settings.
settings,
Like
like
the
the
stash finder
stash
and stuff
finder and
like
stuff like
that.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, I don't know if it's off or not. Let me go down. No, not my mode. No. Oh well, it's okay. Stash finder. Yeah, log to chat's off. Was there any other ones that I might not have thought about? I have log to chat off.
Not
not like
no.
Okay. So right now I'm following a
But
chunk.
I don't think
I
we're
don't
gonna
think we're
find
gonna find
anybody
anybody
trolling
trolling
away or
away or
anything like
anything
that.
like that.
No. I honestly at the point I would just cut screen. I don't even care. That'd be really cool because I've never gotten that lucky. Though we're never around spawn, so that's a lot of it. We hardly ever see other players. Like when we run into other
But
players,
like disappear.
Disappear.
I don't. I'm just gonna try to auto walk and go for it. If it disconnects me, then I just won't do it again because I feel like I'm going so slow following this chunk trail because I'm trying to be careful so I don't disconnect. We'll give it a shot.
That's what I
That's what
do.
I
I
do. I
just sit
just
here
sit
and
here and
chill.
chill.
Well, that's what I do when I'm.
Watch
Well, that's what I do when I'm not
I was
streaming.
gonna auto walk. Why can't I just sit here and
Well,
auto
no,
walk and
Walk
turn it
and
off?
turn it off.
but you're not streaming. You're not streaming. The other night when I tested my new settings streaming, I was just being careful
I know.
I
I'm
know.
about
still
not.
auto walking.
You're auto walking. How do you slow yourself down when you get to the edge of the chunk, though?
I don't.
Don't.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you understand what I'm talking about,
Like I
honestly.
know.
I know. I know.
I know what
I
you're
know what you're
talking
talking
about, but
about,
I'm
You
but
not
said,
I'm not
streaming.
streaming.
I know. That's why you can auto walk, and that's why usually I can just AFK set it when I'm not streaming. I just don't want.
I know,
I
and I
know.
said
And I said
that's why I'm
that's why
auto
I'm auto
walking.
walking.
Oh my
I didn't
god.
say
Say different
just
about you. I
different to
didn't
you. I
say
didn't
like
say
you
like
auto
you
walk.
auto
I
walk.
was talking about me auto
Auto
walking.
walk.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You're like, that's what I do. I'm like, you're not the one streaming. All right. Hey, did you check to be sure I'm actually online this time?
You are.
You are.
Okay. I guess the last time I never even actually went online. It's really sad. I published it with OBS and I didn't have the right page open on YouTube, and I thought when it was saying that I was live that I still was actually live, but apparently I
No,
wasn't.
we
We
wasted
wasted
like
like
10 minutes
10
of our
minutes of
life.
our life.
10 minutes of our lives talking to ourselves, thinking other people could someday possibly hear us when we were just talking to ourselves. But actually, it was fine. It was I usually I make a mistake like that and I won't notice till like 2 hours later, so it wasn't too bad. So far, I'm doing okay auto walking. I haven't DC'd yet. And what I had
That's
tried to
good.
say earlier is we're in the millions. I've been following this trail for I followed it like 2 hours earlier, so I don't know how exciting of a stream it is. After this, I really do want to head to spawn. I want to. Well, I'll probably just take this account to my main base, and I'm not going to stream from my main base, but I want to make an alt account and probably do the stream of my alt account escaping spawn. Let me stop. My alt account, and then once I get out of spawn, I'm gonna try to just see if I can find a dupe stash or gear or something on my own. I'll probably just get to a tree, make a boat, fly around till I find something. If I'm really having no luck, then I'll probably at just some point cut stream and then go back to my base, because I'm obviously not going to fly to my base on stream.
No.
But I think that'd be kind of interesting. I haven't escaped spawn in a long time, or been on foot in spawn. Every time we've gone into spawn, like the last 5 times, we 90% of the time remained in Elytra. We're not PvPers, unfortunately. We practice with each other.
Yeah.
We are. You're a PvPer.
We all take out our frustrations on each other all the time.
The chunks are being a little weird for me. Are they loading slow for you too? I had to stop my auto walk. Well, it's fine if it is, because I'm running so many different things at the same time right now. I was just wondering. Right now, it's doing it good now. It went down to, I think, 15 or 16 TPS for a little bit, and it was just, I had to stop and hover for a little bit, but at least I didn't disconnect. Alright, let me check. Let's be sure everything's going good on my end. What? I don't think I heard you.
No. I said I'm making my way towards you in a sense, but I'm not.
I don't know if I am, because I'm making them both get bigger.
I'm making
Let me try and take one
here.
And they're still the same apart that I showed you earlier. They haven't changed direction again. It's just been going and going and going.
Yeah. So I know what general direction you're headed. So I don't think I'll be able to cut you off, but I'll
I thought this trail would end by now. This has been going way too long. Maybe it means there's something good at the end.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. Honestly, I'm so ready to get out of the millions, to be honest. We find good stuff in the millions, but it takes so long to find a decent find. Where just because there's so much less player activity.
The other day we found that one place.
We found a few actually in that area.
And it literally for like 15 minutes before we found that place, we found that
other place. I know. Yeah, that area right there.
And it actually split up. I followed 2-3 hours. I found something.
You were okay. I was trying to talk, but I was gonna say that area in particular was really hot. It was back-to-back finds. It was kind of frustrating because I felt like it had been like 2 weeks since we had really had a good find, and then all of a sudden back-to-back we were finding bases. And then the one I made the video about, and then like you said, the one with the crane. Didn't we find something else too?
Yeah, I found that one that I made a video on.
Oh, okay.
It's not really anything.
Nothing that special. I mean, it's cool that you're able to get gear and shit out of it.
We also play with it. You jerk.
What?
You telling me I have to find something else to put in the video with?
I did. I said, because he wanted to make a video. And I said, well, can you find, I said, this place is not that big. You can, I said, can't you put multiple places in your video so it's more exciting, or find a big place? I mean, just because.
Well, it was my process is what it was. I mean, like, no, it's not good enough. Like, well, you know what? Give you a big fuck you too.
Well, we have found good stuff out here, and actually, we should have been recording at that place with the crane, because that place, even though it didn't have, I mean, it was already looted or something. It had some bigger builds on it. The other place, the builds were just so unimpressive, really, and there was some loot, but there was a sign. Someone had already grabbed a little bit of it, and luckily they left quite a bit too. But it's like, if I'm going to want to show a place, I either want really good loot or really good builds, one or the other, or I'll montage.
If you just like finding really good or something, then it's not really worth it.
Yeah, kind of like if you can find it within 200k of spawn, easy. You know, it's not like something where you'll freak out when you see it if it's not impressive.
Oh my god, I can't believe they found that. That's so amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. What's going on here? And then if you are going to put it in there, if it's not that impressive, then at least have a montage of like 20 or 30 places like that, so you can show that you find a bunch of them.
What's better than one check?
Yeah. Exactly. Well, it had a little loot, so if you can like find enough of those to put in a video where it turns into a little stash turns into a big stash in the video, because we find enough, it works.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that there's so much more impressive stuff. I think too, which got me, is that this is a trip to the millions, and it was your idea, by the way, saying there is going to be these big builds, which we have found good stuff in the millions. You know, and I know that, but the thing is it's, first of all, people in the millions tend to be hiding their bases better. They spend a lot more time trying to get you to lose their trail. And there's been so many trails that we were on where it just like ended.
That we
lost. And it seems like about 4 out of 5, paths you get on, you'll lose the trail, or it doesn't have a portal at the end, or it's one of the above that you don't.
Or they do the whole thing where they go down to the end and they track back.
Yeah, they backtrack and
trying to find that portal is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, because what you gonna do every 100 blocks and drop down portals?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I do have a pretty good, process on finding what they got out of that. It's just such a pain.
Well, it's almost not worth it. That's my thought, because I know you're more patient, where you'll sit here for hours trying to find these bases in the millions, and I would rather have several medium bases and then a possible big base in between, and just stick with 500k or less, or even 700k, because we found a mega base under 1 million before, and so it's so it's not like they have to. What?
Nothing. I said which one are you talking about? But I said
you know which one, right? The spawn masons.
Yeah.
And it was pretty much untouched too. And I actually really was impressed with that. I thought it was impressive. It was right next to UFO's base. It had spawn masons and UFOs, and it was really big for being under 1 million. And they're out there. It was definitely a mega build. It was griefed. It didn't look griefed, but there was one building with a tiny hole in it, and there was a sign saying
they definitely got the hell out of there.
Yeah, and there was a sign saying, we don't feel safe anymore.
What happened is that we don't feel safe here anymore. We gotta leave.
Whose sign was that by? Do you remember who made that sign which said, "I don't feel safe anymore"?
Nordic.
Nordic. Yeah, Nordic left a sign which says, "I don't feel safe anymore," or "I'm not safe anymore. I'm going to leave." So someone had showed up.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure what happened. Someone showed up. Someone stopped him and killed him before they actually could do a full grief. They got a little hole in the building. The rest of the builds were intact. You fly a few thousand blocks later, there was UFO's base, which was pretty cool
Well,
too.
yeah, that was
It's cool. That was, I don't know if they meant to do that because I didn't know if they grouped together or what, but it was about 2,000
yeah,
blocks away. I'm assuming they did because they were real close.
yeah,
So you
pretty
don't
sure.
have to be in the millions to find mega bases. But I know
Yeah,
our
of course.
one of our best finds was definitely in the millions, and I think that's what he's always searching for is another one like that.
I wanna,
Another,
I wanna find another. Yeah, I wanna find another one just like that. Like once you find something of that nature, you just like you have to seek them out. You have to find them. I have to find
I
another one
know
that's like the same
I get
destination on the first one like
frustrated
that.
though if I go more than, because the thing is when we're under a million, you don't go more than a day or two at most without finding something, and depending on where you're at, you can be finding two or three things a day, and usually one of those two or three things is something decent, like a big dupe stash, or at least like the base I showed a picture of, a big base, maybe not a mega base, but a big base.
Yeah, and also that's the kind of stuff that's really lame about being out here because whenever we're close to spawn, like for example,
You're cutting out.
we were a day not finding anything was a bad day.
Yeah,
Every day
that's
we would
yay.
find either a stash, we were finding at least something every day
Every day.
without a hit, like every day for like weeks on and weeks on end, and
And hey, if you're someone that sticks around spawn, you don't need to leave spawn to find anything. I found stashes within 2-3K of spawn. They're smaller usually,
yeah,
but they are there.
yeah, keep putting your stuff on spawn, please do.
Now I found unstacking station in the sky, and I think we were able to get it was only about 5 shulks, but if you're just trying to get geared up or just trying to get started, just especially now with boatfly, just get a boat, fly around until you get a ding on your stash finder, and then gear up and you're good. You don't have to go out, 80, 100K
Yeah, and I'd
if
say
you don't want to.
that's the one thing about disabled lightrooms. Believe me, I miss the lightrooms just as much as everybody else. I'm just as frustrated and bad as everybody else. But the thing about it is with boats is that anybody can just go find a tree and be in the air. But fighting a lycra whenever lycras weren't able,
We got
that
lucky.
was
We got lucky with
yeah,
our first dash.
our first dash. Yeah,
We were on foot. It was day 2, and I don't know. Maybe we would have been lucky if we kept walking. I have no idea, but we were on foot, and it was let's see, 3, 6, was it 9? It was about an 18 chest, 12 chest, something like that, of double chests of shulkers, and it had a bunch of elytras in here.
no. Our first one was on had three six.
It had the obsidian.
9, yeah, 3, 6, 9, 10, 12. It had 11 double chests
11 double chests.
full of
That's what I
kits.
said, 12 or
And
something. So
no, because remember, they were stacked of three. So three,
they were
six,
straight
nine. You
three
had
six.
three right next to each other.
Yeah, 3. That's why I said 12, because it had 3, 6, 9,
Yeah.
10, 11, 12. That would be 12,
Oh, I
not
thought you
11.
said. I don't think there's 18 though.
Well, I just knew it was stacks of 3. They were stacks of 3. There was 3 facing one way, so 3, 6, 9, and then I thought it was 3 the other way. Remember that? Because I
No, I
thought it
think there
was
was two. There was two. There was one on the
2.
bottom behind each one of them. I thought.
Okay, I wasn't
You know
sure if
what?
it was 2 or 3.
You're right. I think
Thought it was
you're right.
3.
You are right.
Yeah,
It was 18.
there was 3. They were stacked 3 high, and there were 3 next to each other. So then they were back to back. It would have been 18. 18 double chests worth of shulkers, and we carried those first ones on foot multiple trips.
Because back then, yeah, like
We
back
didn't we
on
didn't
Tondo, like
we this was a long time ago. It was day 2, our first dash. We weren't pearling shit away. We literally made a trip on foot back and forth taking that stash by hand.
Yeah,
We literally
we literally
like made a
made
plan
a
to
plan to
stash literally
like
40K
40K
away
away
from
from
it.
it.
And
And we
we were
literally
in a
all
hole.
on foot made like
I
I don't even
don't
know
even
how
know
many
how many
trips we
trips
made.
we made. And at first I thought we might be far enough away, and then like we ended up going walking. Like I think we got like 1K away, and there was another dupe stash like 1K away from where we were hiding ours, and it had been exploded. And then we found a blown up base in Withers, and we were like, okay, we need to get out of here.
Yeah, we started playing. We hit it away real nice, and then we got out, we started exploring. Like I don't even know how much longer it has, and we found like a base, and
Hey,
it was
hey,
really
hey, honey,
dude.
hey,
Yeah.
slow down talking. You're cutting it out and it's jumbling your words. I don't know if it's your
Oh,
headphones, but you're not coming in as clear as usual.
okay, my fault.
Well, I don't know. I'm not. It's not because you're talking fast. It's cutting out actually. Do you? Can you
Well,
adjust your mouthpiece or something?
it's good.
It's good.
I guess.
Okay, let me check to see what's
Is
going on with
that
stuff.
better?
Yeah, that seems better. Okay, let me just check. I want to see if be
How do you
sure I'm still streaming.
can you hear me in your stream?
I don't know. I'm assuming because you said I could,
Okay,
and
I'm trying to.
you can't hear me.
I can hear you.
But I mean, you can't hear yourself.
I don't
I
know.
had you
I'm
test the
trying
stream when we
to.
first started. Okay, check it real quick.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can. I mean,
I think if I'm playing, I think if it's playing on my speakers, it should be able to hear me because that's how it was originally. But you went and changed all my settings around, and we learned from that one video what happens when you change my settings around. Okay, can you test it to see if you can actually hear yourself?
I'm trying right now.
Okay. Do you have?
When I look at the tablet, it's not showing the video at all. Did not sign in.
Yes, it is. It's right here. Okay, I'm probably it's gonna do an echo because I'm playing it. Yes, it is. It's right here. Oh wait, no, it's not. I did live. What's this line now?
You just pause.
I didn't just pause. I went to try to play our video because you said you couldn't find it. Yes, it is. It's right here. Oh wait, no, it's not. I did live. I can't hear. I forgot you have my sound weird. I do you hear it? Pause. I went to try to play our. Turn that off. Do you hear me yourself? Okay. I was gonna be so mad. I was gonna be so mad if I was talking to myself here for like the last half hour. I'd be like, "You're the one that told me my settings were right again."
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out. I need to sign
I should
into
know
my
by now not to trust your settings.
so.
I'm glad it's working though. Okay, I'm gonna go get my phone real quick. I'm still going. I haven't DC'd at all.
That's awesome.
Can I get back to my phone real quick? I can check.
I need my phone. Oh, it's right here, right next to me.
All right. I just came back. All right. Now I can check it on my phone. I just lost my mouse. Oh no, there it is. I know this is probably like the not the most exciting stream, but if there's something good at the end, it will be.
This is like the world's best freaking podcast you ever heard in your entire freaking life.
Podcast. Do people listen to podcasts anymore?
I don't think so.
I think you just showed your age. Oh my
just
god.
disconnected.
You disconnected. Hey, I'm lasting longer than you. Maybe I got my settings right, and I am auto flying totally fine. I don't even have to touch my mouse.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad because last time I tried to stream boat flying, it was totally fucked. I'm just waiting for this to open up though, because I am well into the millions. When I get to the end of this, there better be a base or a stash. Actually, with as long as this path, it kind of makes me nervous. Feels like someone had to have tripped over it at one time or another before me. I couldn't imagine making these long of paths to in and out of my base. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did my
Why did my
auto lock
auto
turn
lock
off?
turn off? Turned off. Okay.
Alright,
Oh,
so
so you got it going?
I'm
I'm
trying
trying
to
to make sure I have
launch my
tags and
screen,
everything.
sign in
Check
on
it.
my
On my
iPad.
iPad. You're doing what?
I'm trying
I'm
to get
trying to
signed
get
in on
signed
my
in on
iPad.
my iPad. Okay. I can't because you have the kids thing playing. I can't check my YouTube through my phone. If you can
It's fine.
switch it. Well, no, because if I switch it to mine, because I want to be able to because I.
Come grab
Don't
my
grab
iPad.
my iPad. What I'm saying is I want to be able to check chat.
I'll be able
I'll
to
be able
check
to check
chat.
chat.
I'll just
I'll
log
just
in.
log in.
No, everybody
No,
already
everybody
logged in.
just logged in. Alright. I got this. I got a phone and iPad. Oh, I'm about to go. I think he just changed directions. Shit. I'll be so mad if this comes to an end. Maybe just turn directions. Alright. It's making. That doesn't. Okay. I guess he just had a pit stop or something.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? Oh no, the guy, it looked like it stopped and then kind of just swerved to the right and then just kept going the same direction. So I don't know if he like fell out of the sky or something, but it kept going. I thought it might have ended or something.
Probably bumped too fast or something. Like, oh,
Yeah, I do that all the
it's going the
time.
wrong way. I know, I do it
I
all
do
the
it all
time
the
too.
time too.
That's why I
I
never
know if I
have
make
videos like
videos,
that.
I always have to cut it out because I'll start spinning and looking at the sky or something, and I'm like, oh god, it looks like I'm flying drunk, drunk boat fly.
Alright, so how's it
So how's
look?
it look?
Were you able to
Were you
find
able
it
to
on
find
my
it on
iPad?
my iPad? Was able to find it? Yeah, it's working actually. Surprisingly, I'm actually up higher in the.
What's the
What's the
quality? Is the
The
quality
quality is
decent
really
or?
good, but I finally just disconnected. But that's not bad. That's normal disconnect. Quality is really good, but I finally just disconnected. But that's not
Yeah,
bad.
and gotcha.
Gotcha. You disconnected too? Yeah, that was just a normal one then. Alright, so I'm logged in chat if I need to. Alright. I set my reconnect to 30 seconds because that's what you need to auto reconnect and have it actually work every time.
Four,
Four,
three,
three,
okay.
two,
Two,
one.
one,
I'm off
zero.
course. And I would stream during the day, but I was worried because of the disconnects that boatfly sometimes has, that I would get stuck and be like waiting in queue for 40 minutes, and I absolutely hate that. And I'm not exactly sure what I would do to entertain people for 40 minutes without any video.
Well,
Well,
I can
I can
assist
listen
you.
to you. Oh my god, this trail goes forever. Seriously. I think I'm going to be flying on this trail all day tomorrow. Oh, I disconnected again. Okay, I'm going to turn auto walk off after this. Including because I'm playing multiple devices now because I have my phone on, the iPad on, two computers on, and they're all connected to the same internet. I'm not sure. I'm hearing children loud and clear again. All right, back in. Flipping auto fly off. Okay. Auto walk. Did you disconnect too that time or just me?
Yeah,
I did. So you did it 2 times in a row?
No, I didn't do it 2 times in a row.
That's why I was kind of concerned because it did happen to me twice. I don't know if it's just a fluke or what, but I wish I'd get more viewers though because it's kind of awkward because when I don't know if it's just our iPad because I've searched myself, but when I search 2B2T I come up. But it's the middle of the night, so there's like never anyone watching at this time.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I don't know if one of these days I'll just try to stream during the day. Actually, I could probably do the escaping spawn during the day because I don't have as many disconnects when I'm on foot.
yeah, until you find that foot, then you're screwed.
Then I screwed, yeah. I'm like, okay, guys, you're gonna have about 40 minutes of black screen every once in a while, so just hang in there. PrioQ's been crazy lately, though. I didn't even want to get on today because it was like 70 plus people in queue, and I have no clue why. I don't know if it's because, I don't know. I don't know if that's like normal for a Monday because it's after Fit streams and he brings a bunch of.
Especially tonight, it's still like.
It got frustrating, so I turned it on. I waited like 30 minutes. I got bored. I turned it back off, and then I came back and I did it again. Like, I don't know. It was worse today than I'd seen it in a long time. Because if there was
it was just I don't know. There's only how many people? It's like 40 people in queue, but like 40.
If it's less than 20 people, then I could probably stream with the disconnects and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I could probably even just go in our server and like do a server tour in between and just change my title for a minute, and then once it came back on, change it back to being a 2B2T stream, which would be fine. But once you go 40 minutes plus of waiting in queue, I don't think I can come up with that much on the spot of unrelated 2B2T content, of non-2B2T content.
I want to build a spawn hub on R1 base.
You what?
A spawn hub.
A spa hub?
A spawn hub.
Oh, I thought you said a spa hub. I was like, what the fuck is a spa hub?
No.
What do you mean? You mean on our server?
Yeah, on our chest, yeah, I want to make it.
You said our base, so I was really confused too.
Just badass.
No, I want to work on our server too. I don't know why, but I just like it.
It's pretty good. Those we ever giant, our bedrock, whatever you want to call it.
It's where we test a lot of stuff on there. It's on Paper Spigot too. Though we can't test things completely accurate because there's not as much lag on a server with 2 people than there is with hundreds. I tried to make a lag machine and lag our server, but I didn't make it big enough.
Back where like GPS was like 6, like at a constant.
Yeah, I sat there and made a lag machine for our private server.
We tried.
Well, I made a new one.
It's just
FPS, because if you're standing it, the FPS would go down, so we couldn't make it any bigger, or basically it'd be one person playing on there. Of course, because someone has to load the thing, and it didn't quite lag it enough to be noticeable. I think it took it down like 2 points or something. And we were trying to get it to 6 TPS to match 2B2T.
Well, we never worked.
It never worked out. I was like, well, it's not as accurate without the lag.
It's not gonna work.
How could we accurately test everything without the lag? It's not an authentic server copy. But it's kind of cool. We have a PvP testing area with Bedrock and stuff like that. We have I don't know. I'll test any of our new clients. I'll test all the settings on there. We'll practice PvP in there. He has commands just to give us kits and stuff like that. I mean, it's not a survival world at all. It's just a test server.
Yeah, where you can, do /kit.
Yeah, /kit. Like commands are enabled. I usually go in there in survival so I can actually accurately test things. But we use commands most of the time just to kind of give us what we want to test it. What?
I need to kick my ass every time I go try to.
I know. I'm surprisingly better at PvP than you are, but I haven't actually PvP'd against real people though. Just you.
What do you mean, real people? You're saying I'm not real?
Real PvPer. You get what I'm saying.
I get it.
I really should go to like the crystal PvP dot whatever, but I just don't want to. I don't know how bad I am. I want to at least know enough to protect myself because like we're never a spawn, but if someone does pull shit out on us when we're on like out and about, I want to at least be able to kind of like stun them and then get away. It's harder now that there's no elytras, but at least I can boat fly now, so I can get airborne.
Go straight up.
Yeah, but imagine if I was going, it lagged me out and dropped me down or something. I'm back on the ground. I'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah. The thing about this is, easy it is to break up a boat.
I know.
I'm pretty sure you'd be like 14 blocks away from it still to start a boat.
That's one of the bad things about it in the Nether is you'll have a gas. If you get here a gas, you got to go quick because he'll shoot a fireball at you and just totally knock you out of your boat.
Yeah,
hit lava. If you hit lava, that too, your boat just disappears. So you got to stay grappled pretty much the whole time. You're cut out. What? What? Oh shit! I'm gonna disconnect. Auto walk off. Well, it's got me in the air now. I'm kind of looking at my boat. I'll see where this goes. See where it goes. It's in here.
That's good.
I'll bring it to you. Title for noise. This is not the right title I'm looking. Hang on a second. I realized that the settings I edited earlier didn't stick, so I'll just sit here in this boat while I edit my settings. I need to change. No, I'm not exploring any highways. Then boatfly. It's base, hun. Okay.
Oh
shit! I think I just fell underground. Change them. I'm underwater right now, I think.
Okay. Did you know sometimes I told you gotta cover yourself. It works sometimes whenever you fall out of your boat.
Do what? I think I gotta disconnect. It's gonna just keep doing this. But what did you say to do sometimes? Yeah, I know, because sometimes you can get back in your boat, but sometimes it takes more time trying to get yourself to get back connected up, resync back up. Because I'm no technical terms, so if I'm wrong, don't make fun of me. But I think it's a desync issue because you're seeing different movement and stuff going on than what's actually happening on the server, and it's when you're not.
Yeah. Sorry.
That was pretty much it. And if you keep going, if you can load the chunks.
You're still in the. Technically, you're still in the boat. Like the server, to the server, you're still in the boat, but on the actual screen side, on your side, on client side, you're like on the ground.
Yeah, because it'll show you. It will look like you'll fall out of your boat, and you got to be careful because there's been times too when I've seen the void. Like if you walk up to the edge, I seen water going off the edge, and I almost went over the void, and he did too. Like I think it's mostly.
That's the scariest thing ever.
I started going over the edge of the water.
I'm like, oh no, disconnect. I
I
realized I
realized
was
I was
falling.
falling. Yeah, he disconnected right before he actually actually fell out of the world. Oh my god, I thought this trail would end by now. I was
It's like even though I was on foot, I was following as if I was still on a boat.
Yeah,
But it was still scary.
So when I followed this for a couple hours, I figured there wouldn't be much longer for this trail, so at least I could find out what's at the end of it on stream. But it's still going. Maybe it's going to something really good. That's why it's so long.
Yeah.
I tell you though, if there's nothing good at the end of this, we're turning around and we are going back under 1 million. Well, we need to meet up.
Yeah, I've been saying so like the past week.
For like the past day. You've been telling me to meet up with you all day. But I've been I've been stuck on this trail though.
How long were you out here?
I think like 2 or 3 weeks, and we did find a couple cool things, but
Down for now for what, like a month or so?
No, like not that long, about 2 or 3 weeks, not quite a month, but you find more back to back. You're not gonna, okay, good, you're not gonna find like maybe there might be some mega bases in the millions, and we have found them, but I like to have little things in between to keep my morale up. I like to see signs of life because when you go through hours of unloaded chunks, it kind of gets a little blah at times.
Yeah, that's the people you lost that footage.
I know. I found another stash. I've never found another stash before. And I found another stash yesterday. And then I went and restarted my computer. And when I restarted my computer, I realized I forgot to hit save. It didn't back it up. And then actually, it looked like it said it was like a corrupted file. And then it said I didn't have room to save or memory to save it, which I don't know why he checked my computer. Apparently I did. And then
Yeah, you have plenty, white space. I don't know why I would say that.
Yeah. I have no idea. All I know is I lost it, and I was really sad because I've never found another stash before. We found another base before and a few other things, but this was a legit nether stash. That's what's on me right now. It's not much. I was able to hold it all in my ender. Yeah, I was able to hold it all in my ender chest and on me, but it was about 12 shulkers worth of stuff just sitting there in a tunnel in the nether. I mean, we are in the millions, but it still was just sitting there. They weren't even in a chest. It was just shulkers sitting out. I turned my screen to him. I'm like, I'm looking at shulkers, right? Because my stash finder went off. He's like, yeah. So I ran up to it and they were all full. So I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I'll just explore and then randomly.
Yeah, I was mad that I lost that footage though. What? Yeah, we need to find something more exciting because, well, that's why I'm on this trail. If I can find a mega base or something, or at least a big base like the one I found, what was it, like 2 days ago, the one for my video, then I'd like to be able to just explore that.
Yeah, that's what we're all just hoping to find.
Okay, so.
One thing about it is I always get low downloads.
Yeah, so all the big bases we have that we've seen, there is one base that we need to check on again because it was active. There were people there. It was totally ungriefed, perfect condition. We did take their stuff. But of course we left it on grief. He got a world download, so if we ever go back to it and it's griefed, he's gonna release the world download of what it was like before it was griefed. Or at least give a tour. At least give a tour. Yeah. But yeah, contact and let them know. Give a tour because that one was one of our. Well, it probably was our favorite. That was an exciting find. It was first of all, it was a huge stash. I think it was almost about like we had a decent stash to begin with, and at the time, I think that about doubled.
I'll tell you real quick. So it had, I think, probably like close to about. I'm gonna say because in that one room there was like there's like
Well, they had
8
several
total.
stash rooms.
Probably close to about 600. It's only about 600 or 700 double chests.
Yeah, 600, 700 double chests. We pretty much took all of it. Actually, we left some of the kits in this one room. It was over like 3 nights, and we just kept coming back. And then we seen him log on during the day, and he reset his bed because we broke his bed, and then he put his bed back, and we just came back and took the rest. Oh, it's funny.
Everybody was there, like stop.
Well, two of them, Felino and Reaper of Death, they stopped logging on and playing about 2 or 3 weeks before we got there. And then there was Todorek and Banana, and I think it was Banana that reset his bed because that was at his place, unless someone else moved in. But there was someone there that put their bed back. He went in, he broke the bed. We took the stuff. We came back the next night, and the bed was put back down. So someone was still there. I was surprised they didn't stay up and try to find us at night. We watched to see if they were online or not, but they stayed up. I think one night they stayed up till like 1 a.m. and then we came in and got the rest. I think from like 2 to 4. I think it took about 6. How do you think about 6 hours worth of work total? Because it was 3 nights in a row. I don't know. It was 3 nights in a row. And then we said we would leave him alone after, and we left him a sign and told him that we were going to be gone after we were finished taking their stuff. But it was funny. They had 3 duping stations. And it was a really nice place.
Yeah. So, how long you've been on a trail now for a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, for hours. I've been on this trail literally for hours. And it's super exciting. I'm looking at water, and I'm looking at unloaded chunks and loaded chunks. I'm just hoping it gets to the end, because at this point I'm like, I don't know if I'm following the trail of someone who is base hunting themselves, or if I'm following a trail going out someplace good. It's making both the numbers get bigger, though, so I'm hoping that means it's going someplace good. I feel like someone wouldn't fly this long overworld for nothing, but then again, I am, so you never know. Like anyone besides us that would spend. Yeah, I can't imagine anyone besides us spending this long flying overworld. Like we've literally flew from quadrant to quadrant, and that's how we got most of our stash. It was just fly overworld. Nether trails, we were able to get that one big base from a nether trail, but for the most part, we've had better luck just flying and seeing what we hit. That's why, like, I was devastated when Elytras were gone, because we spend 90% of our time in the air. But boats do it. Boats are amazing. I don't go quite as fast. I can go a little faster if I'm not. Are you gonna interrupt me?
No.
You interrupted me and then you stopped talking. So I was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk or not, and I forgot what I was going to say anyway. So you can go. You can go on.
I was going to say boats are amazing because you don't have to carry around like your. Back before we base hunt, we have like our inner systems to be full.
Oh my god. I had like 12 shulkers of elytras in my inner chest, I think, or whatever it is, or whatever like almost max is. And then on our alts, all our alts and all our mains were just stacked full of elytras, keeping their whole inventory full, just because we knew if we lost our elytras that our base hunting days and stash hunting days would be gone. So, and then we had stashes spread out through the hundreds K, trying to hide elytras just to have backup elytras in case we ever had our shit found. So it's kind of a big relief that now you can just make a boat. You know, you make a boat and you're good. You know what?
One moment. I gotta step real quick.
Okay. All right. So, like I said, if you're watching, we've been following this. Well, I've been following this trail for hours. He's doing his own thing. He's trying to, I think, get back to my location because we're going to meet up. We have some stuff that we need to pearl back home. And then I think just decide if we're going to go back to our main base. We're not going to do that on camera, of course. And then I think eventually I'm going to switch it up, get the alt. I'm about to disconnect, I can tell. We're going to get the alt, get my alt set up, have my alt escape spawn, probably just try to get to a tree, make a boat, and fly out of spawn, get a stash, try to get back to my spawn base, which I haven't visited since the elytras were patched. I'm not going to do that all on camera because I don't want to show the location of my spawn-ish base. It's not under 100k like a real spawn base, but it's a lot closer to spawn than our main base. And then from there, we'll probably switch to base huntings back in the, 100k area, anywhere the 200 under. We just had to, because he had been begging for months and months for us to go into the millions. And so we finally spent this last month with a trip in the millions.
Are you talking shit?
I'm not. You begged for months to go to the millions. We went to the millions. We saw it. We conquered it. And then we can leave.
Yeah, we first announced it, we went out
we were way out. We worked our way a lot closer to. We were in the millions at first. Like I don't want to give exact. I guess it doesn't matter. We're not there anymore. We were past 3 million, getting up to 4 million. Now we've worked our way a lot closer. We're slowly working our way back towards I wouldn't say spawn because we're still nowhere near spawn, but working our way back closer to civilization. Except right now I'm going back out just because I want to see what's at the end of this trail. Because still being well into the millions, this is kind of a long open trail for being this far out here.
Sometimes at night after we need to go emptying. Yeah, I think we'll be back towards spawn probably tomorrow.
Yeah, I think your headphones. I think the headphones you got. I don't think they work as well for stream. When we're done here, I'll have you re-listen, okay? And you can tell me what you think. And it might be clear actually on stream, but how it's coming through my computer, you keep cutting out. I don't know how I sound to you. Am I clear?
Yeah, you're clear. You know my voice tape. Let me check my.
Because you don't.
I have my tape for some reason.
Okay, because it really doesn't. It sounds cutty outy.
Yeah, no, is it better if I talk louder like this?
I don't know. I'll just have to show you after the stream so you can fix it by the next time.
Okay, yeah,
either that or you might have either that or my God, you stop talking. You might have to ditch the headphones, but I don't know. It's probably just in your settings because usually having a headset makes things better.
Yeah.
But I don't know how nice that one. Well, it's probably. I mean, you mostly got that one for our kids' school, so I don't know if it's probably not the top of the line, or we could get something better that actually works for stream.
Yeah.
I got
I got
I
her
got
for
it for
split
split
purposes.
purposes.
I
I
mean, they
mean, they
are
are
what do you
what do you
call
call
it?
it?
Turtle
Turtle
beaches.
beaches.
They're Turtle Beaches?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I think you have your settings way wrong.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's my
here's my
settings.
setting.
Because
Earlier
everybody
when
was
I was
messing
messing
around
around
in my
my
voice
voice
meter.
meter,
I was
I
Yeah.
playing
was
around
playing
with
around
it.
with
I
it. I
probably
probably
messed up
messed up
there
there
somehow.
somehow.
Yeah, because it's like kind of choppy and cutting out. When you talk slower, it's a little bit better, but I don't think it's supposed to be like that, because I've had you in stream before without headsets, and you were perfectly clear.
Well,
Well,
then
then
I
I
used the
used the
Apple
Apple
TI,
Well, I
whatever
think I was perfectly clear, right?
Yeah, you're
yeah, you're
fine.
fine.
Okay, just wondering. I think I'm gonna go. I think this thing's gonna keep on going out to the next million.
The next
The next
generation of
generation of
science.
I could just make up a number. Have everyone fly out there. I'm sure I don't
But
have
the
that many
thing
people
is,
watching.
I'm
I'm
still
still
coming out
coming
in
out
the
in the
next
next
millions.
millions.
And well, I think I'm about to pass you up, though, because from what I heard, I don't know for sure, but I think I'm further than where you last said at this point. I think. But this just keeps going. Are you on a trail at all, or are you just trying to make your way back to wherever I'm at?
Nope. Um,
Um,
Have you
I'm
have
just trying to
you
trying to
avoid
avoid
that
that
to wherever
wherever
you're
you
at.
are.
have you seen a trail?
Nope. I haven't
So
seen
this is
any
why I
of
hate the
them.
millions. This is why I absolutely hate the millions. It absolutely sucks. It's all your fault.
I'm
I'm
making my
making my
own
own
way.
way. I'm
Making my
making my
own
own
trail.
trail.
Oh my god. Oh, this is really lame. I think I was thinking about an hour. In about an hour, I know we have to get off here and go to bed and everything like that. And I was sure that this trail would be coming to an end soon, just because it's been going for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
But
they
like
said,
I said,
this is
this
like
is like
a
a
podcast.
podcast.
But
Podcast. Oh, no one.
nobody listens
I
to
don't even think a
podcasts.
podcast exists anymore. It's like so 2004. Am I right?
It's true.
True.
You're, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Second time you use that term in the stream. Oh my god.
What's
What's
that?
that?
Podcast.
Well,
Well,
it
it
is.
is.
What is a
What is a
podcast?
podcast?
Listening to
Listening
two
to two
people
people
talk.
talk.
Or
Or
this.
one person
This
talk.
is a YouTube stream. And is it? I don't know. I've never even watched a podcast. So I'm not exactly sure if it's two people talking or not. I have no idea. I just thought it was someone talking like a radio. Isn't it like a radio?
Well,
Well,
I think
I
it
think
probably is
part is
too.
too.
I think
I think
so.
so.
You don't even know.
It's like a
It's like a
radio,
radio,
but it's video at the
video at
same
the
time.
same time.
Oh my god. No, there's no video with podcasts. I don't think. No, there's not. I thought it was just it's like a radio, and then people talk like they have their own. It's like an internet radio. I'm pretty sure. I gotta look that up now. I really don't know. I don't know what a podcast is. Let me see. Definition. Yeah, I was right. Okay, let me get back on my trail. I'm starting to go off my trail. A podcast is a digital audio available on the internet for downloading to a computer or a mobile device, typically available as a series, new installments of which can be received by subscribers automatically. So I was right. It's like an internet radio that you download. I just and then yeah, after like I said, after I'm done with this trail, I hear the kids really loud by the way. After this trail, yeah, we'll meet up and we'll go back closer to spawn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds like a A plus
I
for
just
you.
at this point I'm too invested in this trail. I've been on this trail for so many hours that I it just wouldn't feel right
Yeah,
yeah,
just leaving it.
I
I
want to
want
find
to
a
find a
trail.
trail.
I want to
I want to
find
find
anything
anything.
that's fun.
That's fun.
I think at this point, after this, I'm gonna ignore all trails because I followed this one like way too long. Like it was literally been a day of this trail.
That's what it
That's what it
means to
means to
be
be
us.
us.
He says, "Sit AFK in your boat flying overworld."
Following
Following
trails that
trails that
typically go
typically go
nowhere.
nowhere.
Well, I think
Oh,
I think it's a good. I think about 1 out of 4 trails go to someplace good, and that's what I've noticed. I think it's about 1 out of 4. Problem is sometimes you'll be following a trail that lasts a long ass time, and it's one of the other 3.
usually
It's
it's
just
stagnant
like
going to
going to
work.
work.
Yeah,
And
And
it
it
just
just
looks
looks
around
around
giant
giant
spring,
spring,
you're
you're
back on the
back
way
on the
you
way you
came.
came.
I think. Am I no longer streaming? Can you check?
You have my
Yeah, my
tablet.
tablet.
I'm looking right now. Oh, shit. Hang on. Let me look to be sure. I'll check on here first. It says I am. Let me just take a look. For whatever reason, I can't find myself. I don't like your tablet. I like the iPad, but it's like super sensitive. But I'm trying to. I don't know what the fuck your tablet's doing. I'm honestly getting really pissed off.
Are you
Are
are
you
getting
already getting
mad?
mad?
Because it keeps on keeps doing shit that like doing stuff that's not supposed to do. Honestly, it's being annoying. I loaded up. I searched.
Well, that's
Not
not
very
very
informative.
informative.
Now I'm swerving.
You
You
just
just
say it's
say
not
it's not
doing the
doing the
things you're
things you're
supposed to be
supposed to be
doing.
doing.
Oh my
Damn it!
gosh.
It's
It's
not.
even me.
It's. So I type in, and it's just. I just try to type in my own name. Might be easier. Oh my god, I'm swerving. I don't see myself
Sounds
on.
Sounds
really
really
drunk.
drunk.
I don't see myself. I don't see myself on there live. It says I am online. Let me lock my yaw. Okay. I just got disconnected anyways. Okay.
So what
So
you
what
I
wanna
you want
do?
to
realize I need to change something online. I realize I messed up. Not messed up, but here. I'm gonna wait for me to disconnect. But I didn't put
You had
You
that
had
on
that on
video?
video?
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Alright, let's see if I probably just took off. Oh, it's still going. Alright, let's. Okay, that's better. Alright, fixed it. Alright, that's better. Okay, got it. No, I don't have my phone. Did you find it? Okay, doesn't matter. I just fixed it on the computer. I had my phone the whole time. I freaking told you, man. What the hell? Oh my god. That's okay. My bad. Oh. Okay. I think it just died. Okay. I'm just not yet. Why are you saying that? Okay. Well, hang on. We're gonna take a short intermission, okay? Let's just I'm gonna pause this. Well, I could probably just leave this and turn off the audio for a minute, okay? I could. Well, no, I don't know. I'll do a be right back screen. Okay. No, I'm fine. You don't worry about that. What if my trail ends somewhere? I'm gonna go ahead and just do be right back. Okay. I forgot one. Oh no. There. Okay. Okay. Okay, and I will. Oh, I'm off course. Alright, so I'm back. Make sure all my settings are right. I gotta unlock my So Murphy will be, so Binary Havoc will be back in a minute. So he's had to get off here for a few minutes. So I'm just going to continue stream for the time being, but he'll be back on in a second. But I'm really, I think I'm probably going to stay streaming for another about 40 minutes or so, if I don't find anything yet. If I don't find anything in 40 minutes, I'm just going to either continue this tomorrow or either that, or tomorrow I might make that alt and go escape spawn with my alt, and try to see if I can get stashed up and get to my spawn base. But if I do find a big base or something like that before the end of the stream, then I'm definitely going to take my time showing it off and just stay up a little later and finish my stream that way. I really actually thought I'd find the end of this thing because this trail has gone a lot longer than most trails usually go for. Let's see, I was streaming for, let me see how long I've been streaming for. I'm not sure. Oh, there it is. Actually, I don't know. But I think at least, I think it's, let's see, it was around 11:30, so it's got to have been at least an hour and a half. And then before that, 2 or 3 hours earlier today, I was following this trail. And after it went 2 or 3 hours, I thought, well, it's got to be getting to the end pretty soon. So I figured I'd pick up and stream. The one good thing is I'm glad boatfly is working just fine. Boatfly is alive and well. It rarely causes disconnects if you have your settings right. So get your settings right and you can boatfly. It's pretty much a lifesaver. You know, I thought elytras were dead, which they are, but flying's not dead. Just elytra fly. I really hope more clients pick this up because I feel like if clients could fight over who had the best boat fly, that they would compete to making the better boat fly and making a faster boat fly and making a boat fly with less disconnects and boat fly where anti-cheat doesn't kick in when you get out. If I find a base, you'll probably see that right when I get out of my boat, I usually get stuck on a block. And it happens almost every time, and then I have to just sit there and then, dig at the ground, and then I can walk again. But it's like, I think the boat fly, whatever bypasses it uses, as soon as you get out of the boat, it kicks in. So it has its downfalls, but at the same time, it's free. You don't have to stash hunt to find boats. You just break down a tree. So it's got its plus side too. I wish it went a little faster. When I'm not streaming, I can go a little faster because if I can get my chunks loading smoothly, I can go to about speed 1. But if chunks are loading slow and it's been bobbing around from like 15 TPS to 18 TPS, I have to keep my speed lower, or it will disconnect me if I go too fast. So, if you are watching, thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe because it'd just be nice. I get a lot of views on my videos and then I hardly ever actually see the interaction. I don't know. I know it takes, it takes a minute to go, if you want to log in and stuff like that if you're not already logged in. So I definitely get it. But if you're already logged in and you like this video, or even if you dislike it, I don't care. But I don't know. There aren't that many 2B2T streamers that actually play. There was HYOT Top Flights, and he doesn't play, I don't think, anymore now. He only streams Call of Duty, which I think is pretty funny. But he was streaming regularly. Then there's, of course, the main ones, which is Fit, Baron Dome, Salcy1. Out of small ones, I know Fax Machine's pretty good. I don't really know who who else are small ones? I don't think they all, like, there's some people with small channels that make some good content, but they don't actually stream, that actually play. And yeah, I'm talking because I have like.
Can't I just come in here and feel messy a little bit? Oh my god, I'm about to get back on.
Seriously, no.
I can't?
No, you can't. I get mad.
I know.
That's why I cut stream last time.
You're a jerk.
No, you're a jerk. Seriously. Yeah. He's annoying. But he should be coming back on, so that I actually have someone to talk back to. Hang on, I'm going to go grab my iPad real quick. Hey, can I see the iPad? I just disconnected. Hey, CKINGY. Yeah, I hope I find something good too. And it'd be really nice to find something good on stream. It really is hit and miss, but it's not as much miss as some people make it seem. Like I've seen a Reddit post where they say, no, it's impossible to just wander around and stumble upon a stash or a base. And when we're under 500K, we literally find something just about every day. With it being further out, it's about probably about 1 in 5 chance that we'll find something good. So I'm excited. Okay. Okay. This is really the trail that lasts forever. And binary will be back in literally like I think 30 seconds supposedly. He's been saying he's gonna get back on like for the last 2 minutes though. Shit. Okay, I gotta slow my boat fly down. This is, yeah. I hate it when it disconnects. That's what happens when you try to load chunks too quickly when you're on a boat. And that's what I found. Like, I mean, I guess I don't know the exact mechanism of it.
Oh, I'm back.
You're back? Okay. I just disconnected twice in a row.
Yeah, so I've been flying for. I've been flying like since before we did the Iraq back stream. I'm still going.
You're still going. I DC'd 2 times in a row, so I turned off my auto fly real quick. I think I might just spend at least 2. What?
I just pretend to.
You're still cutting out really bad.
I got turned around.
You got turned around?
Yeah.
Were you AFK flying and not watching the screen?
Yeah.
I at least keep it in eye view usually. I try to at least. I have got myself turned around though, and I was like pissed off because I went back like 100K and didn't realize it till I actually looked at where I was going. Yeah, so CKING. Why? I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry, but yeah, my last video was in the millions, and I actually found that base by we had switched because I was having trouble with boat fly because when the TPS gets really low, it gets harder to boat fly. So we went to the nether and we were nether hunting, and we actually in the millions. And this was when we were further out in the millions, well past I think 2 million, around 3 million or so. we started following trails and following. What we usually follow is dropped netherrack. Like when people do the baritone tunnels, they will leave dropped netherrack, and on I think just about every client it glows white or white little squares, or you could probably change the color. I'm not sure. And we followed it right to a portal, and they had left their portal out. Either that or someone had put down a portal and found it at one point because it was obviously griefed. But yeah, that was out in the millions, and there are quite a few good bases that are uh, out in the millions. It just takes a little bit more hunting, and it's because like he was saying earlier, the best base we ever found was into the millions, and we followed that one nether tracking too, following dropped items. And also, just like that one, the portal was left out. It was ungriefed. It was beautiful, but you just. But what? But it's so it. The thing is okay. So we had to spend 2 days following dropped items to find that base, and it was definitely worth it because, like what he was saying earlier, is it was about 600 double chests. Of shulkers, and along with being a mega base. This was not the one in the video. This is one we'd found before, but it was 2 days worth of tracking. Well, a lot of times in the millions, you'll get on a trail with 2 days worth of tracking, and then you end up losing the trail at some point, or they don't have the portal at the end. So then it's kind of like 2 days down the drain, you know, and it's just a waste. But then if you do find something, and it's about 1 out of every 4, 1 out of every 5 trails that you get on, you find something really cool. And you just kind of got to stick with it. And let's say, like in the millions, you might, they try harder to hide their bases. They'll go further. You might find the trail at 2 million and it might go out to 4 million. And you just stick on it until it finally ends and hope that they leave a portal out. A lot of people, though, they won't leave a portal out. A lot of people will backtrack. They'll go put a portal somewhere along their path and then, of course, go back through, break the portal, and we'll never find it again. I mean, there are methods to find out where their base could be, which would basically be go back, what is it like about every, more about connecting portals than I do.
It's overworld.
What? What?
Yeah. Yeah, and you can either try to connect the portals. You
Because
can try to connect the
isn't it
portals.
every 100 blocks?
Is my volume any better now?
It wasn't your volume you were cutting out. And
No, I'm messing up with.
you sound like you have a bad connection, and you keep going robot-y. Hi. So I don't know what you did. So, but all right, I think I can back on auto walk again. It's going smoother. It's 19 TPS. Oh, I really hope this one's something good because this has been a lot of time out of my day. That's okay though. Whether I find something or not, it's okay. But I'll be glad to be out of the millions, though. I really am. Because him and I have different views about this. He feels like it's worth it to go a week without finding anything to find, that big base. And for me, I feel like there's plenty of big bases around 500K or less. And I would rather find something regularly every day that might not be the mega base, but I would rather find something every day than have to go a week or two in between finds. And that's just how we think. Are you here? I can't hear you at all, by the way.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Did you get your sound settings
Yeah, I
fixed?
think there's a delay.
Oh, okay.
No, did I? I can't tell.
You'll just have to hear yourself in the video when we're done. I'll play it back for you. I think it says whatever you did to those settings with the headphones. Let me just see. Alright, so
You know what? I have a better idea.
okay. What's your better idea?
I have
one way
one
that
way that
can
can
fix
fix
all
all
of
of
this.
this.
I really hope, because your sound is terrible. I mean, I don't know if mine's any better. Mine might be just as bad. But I know from when I watched my last videos that my sound wasn't terrible. So, unless it's just a connection problem, I'm not sure. What?
Bam, you're good now.
Are you just gonna come in here?
Yeah, I'm gonna come in here.
Okay, so we're just gonna, but there's not, oh yeah, because we're not playing the video at the same time, so there shouldn't be an echo. So we're just gonna come in the same room. That makes it so much easier, because I think you're gonna be really like stressed out once you actually hear how robot-y your voice is. Yeah.
Don't do it.
Okay. Okay, let's see. All right, so at least we should be able to hear us now. It shouldn't sound like crap anymore. All right, I'm just trying to see. Okay, I have this here. And that way I can see where the hell he is in the overworld, because honestly, he said he was flying to me, but he had no clue even what my chords were. He probably passed me up trying to go back towards, because I think he was flying towards, not really towards spawn, because we're nowhere near spawn, but closer. What were you doing?
I was just making worm.
You don't know which one. Oh, you don't know where I'm at, though.
I do too.
You have no idea where I'm at.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't. I guarantee you passed me up trying to fly to me.
You're here.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I didn't.
You didn't? Okay. Okay, so, oh yeah, because I think, yeah, because you've been searching, you said 2 to 300K from CKING. Found a few, nothing great though. It's just hit and miss. Honestly, it's all luck, and I would recommend going along the diagonals versus going off the highways, just because if they're less traveled, there's less likely that you're going to find stuff that's looted. That was a lot of the problems. Okay, so I remember I heard great things about the positives. We never went out there, but that there was a lot of player activity. That was our longest dry spell near spawn. Was positives. It was terrible. It was garbage. 4 days, and we didn't find nothing that wasn't rated. We found and we found a bunch of stuff. I think we found like 5 or 8 dupe stashes that were all rated. And it just made us mad, because we get the ding, we'd run up to it, and it would just, they'd be empty. And after that, we never went back there. Negatives were pretty good too, even though that was along a axis. But it's all luck though. I mean, I've had it where I've gone to spawn, and like I was flying into spawn, and back to back we found stuff in spawners. Literally, what, 2 minutes apart?
Like 2 minutes apart. Like, especially
Actually, I remember where this was at too. I could actually give Cord. I mean, it's going to be rated now, but if you want a location to search, it was 22K, 12K, I think.
Yeah,
22K, 12K. That was where we were at when we found back to back stuff in spawners. And then I also found, let's see, we found the unstacking station in the sky. That was right outside spawn. That was like right at 3K or something. And then let's see. Yeah, it's all over spawn. You're not going to find nothing big though. Nothing too big. Alpha Waters. Oh. I'm actually confused. Yeah. I think it's your fault. I can't even think now. The mining areas. The mining. Mine shafts. See, I was closer. Yeah, there's... Well, our first stash, the one which we had taken, the first one we found on foot, the one we carried by foot, we went and hid in spawners originally. And we had them in spawners, and we hid them along several spawners until we were able to move it to a real base. And I think a lot of people do that, but the problem is there's so many spawners everywhere that it's, hard to, that it's hard to really search them adequately, but... also, too, people that hang around spawn, it's not like they can go put a stash in an actual dupe stash right near spawn, so that's why they put it in spawners. But
yeah, honestly, if you're gonna be doing it, relatively close to spawn like you're doing, then no matter what access your awesome is, you want to stick somewhere between 20, 30, 40 off the road.
I think you can even go a little under 20, but you don't want to go too far off the road. If you go out, they'll just start getting few and far between.
Yeah, because on dupe stashes, you have to think about what their purpose is. And if we have access to it,
Especially 2B2T stores and stuff. They want to be able to fly down the highway, or I guess I was with the Elytras, go down the highway, have access to it real quick, and then bring it back to their customers or bring it back to whoever. Or if they PvP at spawn, go, gear back up and then go right back to spawn. They don't want to have to go travel 5 hours flying through the nether to get to a certain spot. Like, they might have a big backup dupe station there, but if you're going to try to, they're going to also have a quick place to just where they can re-equip.
In the end, it all comes down to what they're looking for.
Yeah, and it's luck. It really is. Like, I don't know how many times where one day we would just find everything and then the next to be nothing.
Like, I drove home, hated home.
I know.
I like looking for the big stuff.
Who says this has the big stuff? Everything you found out here, well, besides that one base, how much richer would we have been if we would have did this much searching? I am a hoarder. I'm a shulker hoarder. But I think we would have had... It's luck. It comes down to luck, and I like to find stuff back to back. So but there's stuff literally everywhere. Doesn't matter if you're under 500k, or it doesn't matter if you're in the millions. Doesn't matter if you're near spawn. This server's been around for so many years, and it is literally everywhere. That's, I guess, why I get so mad when I see new players begging for items, because it's not that hard to find something, especially now too if there's boats. Just grab a boat, just fly around. If within 2 days, if you're flying around under 80k, you will find a stash. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the biggest stash. It might be. It might be like our first stash. What?
Where you at, Kimberly?
Oh, let me see. Your first number is lower than mine. My second number is lower than yours. So you need to make them do the opposite.
Oh gosh, I gotta turn around and go back around.
Yeah, you got to turn around and go back the way you're going. Here, let me see if I can have you look at my screen. I'm gonna get my... I can't believe my trail's still going. How long have I been on this path?
Like days, weeks,
no,
years,
like for probably about 5 hours, 4 hours. I mean, I guess this would be a little faster with the Elytra. Or what? Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. So I see there's actually quite a few people watching, which I just realized. I might be slow to reply to chat because I'm using just the iPad right now. I have a chat thing, and I'm pretty much, I guess, program illiterate, and it's on my screen. I already have so much crap on my screen right now. I'm running like, let's say I got Discord, OBS, I got Minecraft, and then I had to close out of a lot of shit too because it was literally everywhere. Oh, and by the way, the reason why I'm not running Spotify, because usually I have music in the background. The more things that are running on my computer, the slower I load chunks, which means the more chance that my boatfly will cause me to disconnect. I don't know exactly what causes it for sure, but tends to be when I fly into unloaded chunks, I disconnect. And this is boatfly. Actually, I'm going to kind of show off that a little bit real quick. Where is it?
Yeah, because to our knowledge, as far as we're aware,
I see my boat right there. Why is my boat like this?
The more shit we're doing, the stuff we're doing, the more chance.
Whoa. Something. Okay, that was a little weird. No, I had entity. I was the boat color, and it made my sky orange. What the fuck? Seriously, I've never had that happen. Crank up my speed. I don't know. I don't. You're gonna get me disconnected. I know. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see how fast I can go. All right, let's. Okay, okay, I'm gonna do that. See, I have that. Yeah, timer. I could toggle timer to go a little faster, but I know my timer's weak. I don't like getting disconnected. What do you have yours on? Okay, so I have timer. What's your multiplier? 9? Are you serious? Oh. Okay, well, you're in the wrong client. That is the wrong client. Okay. I'm doing the one that we. Oh, well, I use that one. What is it? That's what I have on too. Okay, then you said I can crank it up. Let's test this. Let's see how quickly I get disconnected. I'm putting it on 10. Okay, let's try this. Oh, don't do it. I stopped it. I stopped it in time. Oh my god. I told you were going to get me disconnected. Did you put it on 10? I'm going to put it on 5. Let's try this. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mess. You know, actually what works better is TPS sync. I'm going to put it on. I think I can run it constantly on 2 with TPS sync sometimes.
Yeah, the one thing about it, whenever you find a little stuff
I think you go a little further. It seemed like I more constantly went. I don't know. I feel like I did. You just want me to see me just get disconnected on screen. Now that I finally got it where I don't get disconnected every 2 minutes from my boat fly. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Let's try going to 0.9 first. 0.9. Not that much faster. Okay, let's try doing 0.1. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna go 1.25. It's gonna disconnect me in a minute. I know it will, but I'm gonna see how long I can go at 1.25 while streaming. Probably just a few seconds. Why isn't it going? It doesn't look like it's going faster. That's not working.
It is. It is faster.
Is it going faster?
Yeah,
okay. Well then, what? No. Yeah. I knew it. You talked me into this. Oh my god. That is so messed up. I gotta go fix my boat fly speed settings. Watch, I'm gonna instant disconnect now. Okay, let's. Stupid. Did you bring mod? Oh, it's probably good now. Here, you're gonna fix my boat fly settings.
Now I'm operating. I have to do 2. We're both coming back in. I disconnected at the same time she did. Now I'm falling. Okay, now I'm not falling.
Okay, you get my door?
No.
Fix it?
No. I'm gonna let you disconnect again.
Oh, no. Mine. So my screen's more important than yours. You really think I can run at 1, and you have me going the wrong direction? Shit. Yes. Oh my god, is this the? Okay, let's see. No, it's just okay. Turn me around. I'm sad now. I'm sad. Alright, I think I'm going here. Okay. Okay, so I don't think I should mess with my boatfly settings anymore.
Did you change it back?
Well, right now that you put them at 1, and I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can. Yeah, you fixed it. Remember? Well, it went down to 1.
Okay.
So whatever reason, it's at 1. If it disconnects again, I'm gonna go back to my. I know it's slow, but it kicked me back. I'm in. I don't. I would not on stream. And honestly, too, when I'm not streaming or running programs, you can go a little faster sometimes, depending on the TPS. But I don't want to mess with it or risk getting DC'd over and over again because that's not that exciting or fun. I mean, it's fun to play with. We had it where we would put it on like 2 or 3 or something and watch us go like 1,000 blocks, but then we disconnect. There's a few times I had to go into our test server and actually go and change the settings because I couldn't stay in here in 2B2T long enough to actually change my settings back. It was pretty bad. And honestly, actually, when there's no prio queue like this, it's actually worth testing with because I don't know because there's been a few times where I done the same thing where I was able to go a few thousand blocks and then it disconnect me, and I think, well, how long would that take me going at the 0.8, to go there slowly versus speed ahead and then just wait 30 seconds for the reconnect. So it's hard to tell, but I eventually decided just to go with smooth and steady, less disconnects. If you have any, actually, and I really don't want to talk about too much of the stuff that I use to keep from getting disconnected. So if you have any questions about getting disconnected, just message me personally. Because I just started, I pulled down my description on how to boat fly after my video because I noticed the TPS dropping, and it could have been something else. Could have been lag machines. It was probably lag machines. But I started thinking, too many people are probably boat flying, so I pulled down my description, and I didn't want to just leave that public for any new person to be like, oh, I can make a boat out of a tree, It depends. Jake the Snake will post anything just to get viewers. I mean, so I'm sorry if you're a Jake the Snake fan. That's fine because there's not that many 2B2T YouTubers. Honestly, there isn't a big selection, but that is frustrating. So I'm worried. I'll tell you the one thing that worries me. I worry if a dupe comes out if he'll post it public, and I just hope that doesn't happen. I'm pretty sure he would, and that's the one thing which it makes me just uncomfortable. Boatfly is pretty much public knowledge. He did post his video. His video isn't. Yeah, because his way gets you disconnected every few minutes. We like overworld. Oh no, it's kind of weird when you have a boat. See what I'll just show here. I use Cami Blue, mostly for their speeds on 0, but that way it's like an elytra. Honestly, it's like a slow elytra, but it's like an elytra, and you can't see because I mean that's what I was trying to do actually. If I can turn off MTD speed real quick, this is what it looks like. This is horrible. Oh my god, you can't base something like this. Like, where's the trail? Oh my god. I don't want to turn auto walk off. Okay, I didn't lose it. Okay, good. So this makes me more comfortable. It's like a slow elytra, I mean, it's definitely much faster than walking though, especially when you think about going over mountains, going around trees. It's horses can go pretty fast, but they're gonna die when you try to take them over a mountain. I always drop mine off of trees because I'll be running and I'll hit a forest, and I'll go over the top of the trees and end up killing the horse. So I don't know. I just like this much better, and I think it's about the same speed as a horse, right?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, the fastest a horse can go is 50.
I thought you said 52. That's probably why this speed doesn't get me kicked. best horse, and you have to usually breed them and all this stuff.
We, that he find the one last week, it's not gonna have. Chances are it's not gonna have the jump speed and the horse. You find one that has a stat so low speed, it's gonna be horse speed.
I mean, you can breed them, but then why do that when you can just get a boat?
Yeah,
Just get a boat. Oh God, don't start singing, please. You're gonna scare them all away. They're never gonna come back.
I didn't know to come back for that.
You still haven't hit a trail, have you?
No.
This is why I don't know. I think he has more patience than me. He wanted to come out here so bad for months and months. He's been saying, let's go to the millions. Like, I'd go right over 1 million, and then I'd want to go home because we'd start seeing less trails. But there are stuff for a while, like I said the other day, for a while we were finding stuff back to back. That one base we had in the video, we had found something literally like an hour before that too.
And then I found something literally 2 hours after that.
Yeah. And then it was the next day I found the nether stash, which unfortunately like I said earlier, I deleted the footage on accident. So I'm really sad about that because that was my first nether stash I ever found.
How was that deleted? It was still obvious.
I had it recording,
and then it was still recording.
And I restarted my computer, and I didn't hit stop. I didn't hit save. I thought maybe it'd come back up, but it didn't. And then it showed the file in there, and then it said there wasn't enough space, and then it just disappeared. I kind of got mad. I got offline at that point because I was so mad that I lost that. I was like, I don't want to do this. It wasn't a ton, but that's what my ender chest in my inventory is filled with. I think it was like about 10. 10 shulks completely full, just sitting in the nether. They weren't in a chest. They were just sitting there in the middle of one of those long baritone paths with baritone tunnels. It was just sitting, just stacked on top of each other. It's pretty cool. I've only really seen one nether base too. Now I know there's probably more out there, but we don't usually go in the nether that much compared to the overworld. We've mostly 95% of our time on here just like going overworld because that's where, like, I don't know, like the nether, we recently kind of had some decent luck. I mean, most of the stuff was rated, but it was cool finds. But when we first, like a long time ago, first got on 2B2T, we spent a long time just going through random portals, and we weren't finding anything. But also, we were closer to spawn. Okay. 3 watching. It was 5 a minute ago, now it's 4, now it's 3. One of them's me, though. I'm paying attention. I'm multitasking. Where did I go? I just went off my path trying to check my shit.
Yeah, no, we had it closer.
Oh God, I'm going the wrong way.
So we kind of figured we need to do something out there.
Well, I wanna have content coming out constantly, and I know my first video. When wasn't my first? Was it? No. I had my streams, but the one with which HOYT top flights, the guy that we tried to snipe, and he failed, but he no longer plays 2B now. He's after he hasn't been back on since. He moved to Call of Duty streams now, which is pretty funny, but. He just bugged me because I'm not gonna lie, I always look for 2B2T streams, and I'm usually disappointed that there's hardly anyone that streams. But he streams, and so I would tune his in sometime, and he'd always make me mad by doing stupid stuff like he would show his chords and not know it, or one time he showed his chords and he panicked and said he was leaving and shut down the stream, and then the next day he said he was in the double-digit millions when there wasn't even enough time to get to the double-digit millions. Yeah, so he just bugged me for a while.
And then he would be checking
oh my God. He was in unloaded chunks. He went in Igloo thinking it was player activity, looking like, what is this? Who made this? Going through, checking out the Igloo, not realizing that was a Minecraft just formation. that just appears. It was in unloaded chunks in the millions. I really don't know what was up with that. I mean, I don't know. He did play regularly. He did play regularly. I do give him that, but I don't know. I just there are a few people that are okay, but I me too. I don't know what it was. It was just an instinct. I was just bugged by the guy. I just disliked him for no reason. But he just I don't know. Like why can you even put your finger on it? I don't know. So you just definitely don't know. You just knew you disliked him for whatever reason. Um, then there's of course the big YouTubers, which that we only have about 3 to choose from the big YouTubers, which is FitMC, which is I don't, if you watch him, it's whatever, but he's not my cup of tea. Then there's Salsy One and Baritone, which are both okay, but still I think it's all mostly catered to new players. All the big ones are catered to new players.
Well, I like Saucy because his other content, like the Pac-Man, that was his really so I did all that. And,
I don't dislike those two. I don't. Fit MC I dislike, but
I used to like, but he's not just
I'll tell you my honest thing. He's actually really nice, and when we found one of his bases, I messaged him, and he messaged back within a couple hours, which we did find one of his bases, Guardian bases, but I still thought it was cool that he was checking his messages enough that he was able to reply like that. But he seems so depressed ever since his shit got griefed. Like, I don't think he should be on here because I don't think you got to have a certain personality where you can take it if your shit gets destroyed or your shit gets taken and just move on. And I can tell when he's making his streams and making his content, he doesn't want to be on 2B2T anymore. You can just tell. And it's really depressing to watch, and I feel bad, but it really is. And, he had a stream where I think it was making map art or something. And the way he was talking about 2B2T, I just felt like how he, going to leave soon. It depressed me. I was so depressed after his stream. I'm like, God, this guy should not be on there. And it was just sad. And then we have Salsy. Yeah, you already talked about Salsy One. I think he's decent, but I think all the big YouTubers are just catered for new people, for the most part. Which I guess, it's understandable. Like I'm someone that if I play a game, and I'm on there constantly, I still want to see content. I still want to see more about it, just because I think it's entertaining for me. But a lot of times it's mostly new players that want to look up stuff on games, which I totally get.
Yeah, and see, also you have also different people that play 2B2T. You have people, like the people or
Only one now. Well, they can watch us later because we're the top of the 2B2T search. Surprisingly, I have no freaking clue how. I have I don't know, but I'll just go with it. When they hit search on our. So I don't know, but I'll just go with it. So we might be watched later this week. God, my trail has not ended. My trail, there better be something fucking good at the end. There better be like a 200 dub stash plus a big mega base. You're pretty sure it's going somewhere good. Base hunting trail. I don't know. But they had to have ended at some point. Like, I don't want to end here. Oh, God. I guess we're going to have a really long stream then. Oh, my God. We're going to have a really long stream then. Flying out to 30 mil, I guess. Overworld. On a slow-ass boat. Here, let me see if I can, let me lock my yacht, and I'm going to put my boat on just, okay, let's see. Let's do this, okay. Turn that off. Function F5. Do you see myself? It's not going to mess anything up. Okay. There we go. There we go. I'm chilling in a boat. This trail's not going to change paths, so. Let's see again. Alright, so actually, I think this would make good for, it's a good picture of me. Let's see. I know, I need to. There we go. Actually, I like that. I know my character looks sleepy, but I think it's a cute character, so.
Guys, like, you look so tired. You look so
My
sleepy.
eyes are always closed. There we go. I can see I'm following the path anyways from this. I don't see a scroll over. I don't know where to show a scroll over. I'm just, you know, where you scroll over it and it plays a video, plays a clip. I thought it still did because you told me when you're running through the Nether that it would show me run to the Nether and people. I don't know because it was something you told me the other day. Oh, afterwards. Well, no, because when we went overworld in that one place with the weird thing that looked like an elephant, it, that's true. I disconnected at the same time you did, by the way. I'll be right back. Let me do this. I'm gonna just check. Actually, I can check right here because that will tell me what I want to know. Yeah, that works. Okay, go back here, and I am back in. Oh shit! I'm off course. God. Okay, let's see. I gotta get this fixed. Energy speed. Okay. I can't fly like this. Okay. Get back on course before I have me in my boat again. I think it's awesome. He actually came up with the idea to make the boat opacity 0, 0, and I think that was just genius for base hunting, because without it, it'd be really hard to do it. I mean, I guess you could do it the like that, and you'd still see, but yeah, then you'd have, what am I talking about? Like this. I really hope this isn't just a base hunt trail, but I'm too far invested now to. Oops. I don't fly like that. Oh yeah. What does he say? Oh yeah, we save that video. We gotta watch that later. Yes. Unfortunately, everyone's gonna see that video, but we don't stream from our. We don't really. I haven't seen that before. I actually, I don't know why, but I always have less. Okay, so you had seen that. Right now we have a texture pack on that, so hopefully if you go into a base just looking at like people the dendrite and the andesite, that you won't be able to see it, so hopefully that text everything's taken out because all our the way things, the rotations, the way things are set are all hidden. Which it's just because I don't want to, he told me to do it, but we really don't want to be the ones responsible and blamed if we find something big that's active. We're not going to stream from our base anyway, at least not from our main base. I don't know. If we fix up our spawn base, I might say that would be okay. Our main base, though, we would never, ever stream from. It has too much stuff there, honestly. Like, our spawn, I don't know what qualifies as a spawn base, to be honest, but because it's not under 100K, but it's a base that will get found, though, eventually. Everything will, but I don't think our main base will get found for a long time. But the one that our spawnish base, I think under a year it will be found, because it's spawn-ish. It's not. It's not really spawn at all.
It's not really spawn.
But we call it that because our main base is way out there, way the fuck out there. But that one, it's still out. I don't know. It's just not as far out there. But I honestly, if someone found that one, I don't think I'd be too devastated, to be honest. Oh, I think it's just, that's why. So this is a trail that's older. This hasn't been explored in this last. How long ago was it that those things was been?
It's been already done.
Yeah.
For somebody to say that, that trail is recent and lost.
No one's seen it. It was red. It's an old trail, yeah. Well, the good thing though is I haven't seen any trails going onto this trail. So if this is going somewhere, then have fun. You know what? I'm gonna stop going because I'm gonna skip your disconnect. He just disconnected. I'm gonna float here and avoid those new chunks. I'm gonna go again. I think I'm fine.
Yeah, typically when we get disconnected, like 90% of the time we get disconnected.
Yeah. So besides, I did have to change my settings around because originally, if I put too much load on my computer, it was disconnecting me. But there is still typical disconnects.
Like the first day when I started streaming, I was really sad to
Honestly, I was so embarrassed because I got boatfly down. I was flying around for like 20, 30 minutes at a time. Went to stream, literally was disconnected over and over and over again every 2 minutes. And I was just so frustrated because I wanted to show off my boatfly. It wasn't completely, like, not everyone had it yet. And I'd even heard someone else saying trying to say, oh, it doesn't really work when I knew it worked. But then when I went in there being disconnected every 2 minutes, it was like, oh my God, this is just embarrassing. Like saying new way after to travel.
We need to keep the
That's what I think too. What it seems like to me is, for whatever reason, if you go into unloaded chunks or you go too fast, for whatever reason, it's like they desync. I don't know if I'm using these terms properly. I will admit that, but what happens is you see yourself falling out of the boat. You see your boat floating in the sky, but really, according to the server, you're still in your boat. And if you go into those unloaded chunks or let yourself auto walk into those unloaded chunks, it will instantly disconnect you. And sometimes you can flip off auto walk in time, go walk over, break the ground, and get yourself back in your boat. But sometimes it's just more frustrating to try to do that than just disconnecting. And then other times it doesn't even give you the chance, it just straight disconnects you. But so it will do that. So if you're gonna do boat fly, I would say plan for when there's no prio queue. Otherwise, you can travel in the nether pretty fast with pearls. You just pearl from island to island. Fly just long enough to get yourself to the other island so you don't give it a chance to disconnect you. Like today, the prio queue was like 40 minutes long. I was so mad. They need to make a prio queue for people that really care about the game and want to pay extra money to beat the prio queue people. Priority queue. Priority, a prio queue for. We waste too much money on this anyways. On a game where you pretty much don't have to waste any money to play it. It's expensive, yeah. We need to use our alts, and I'm not gonna spend I'm not gonna spend 6 hours waiting in queue just to go transfer shit over. I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather just pay the 20 just to get. There's the clients. Yeah, priority queue client. And then a lot of all our alts, we ended up buying the Minecraft thing for them because we don't have backup alts just sitting there. So there's that too, which isn't really going to the server luckily, but it's a little bit of a pain how it adds up. But it's not that big of a deal. Like if you think of how much it costs to just eat out somewhere, and then the food's gone and you don't get to enjoy it again, or you can have this for a month and months. If you actually play and you actually enjoy it, then I think it's worth the money.
But if you
play once a week, I don't even think it's worth it. Now, I think if you play once every other day, you don't want to have to wait in cryo queue for 6 hours. But if you just log on once a week to check your stuff, maybe build for an hour, then no, it's not worth it. Well, what you would, I guess you could do is like, you could like, when you're doing something else, like watching a movie, put it on and just not actually wait. You don't want to just sit at your screen and stare at it. That would be like, that's what you did. He was so anxious to play the first time. And then he got disconnected 30 minutes later, and that's when we're like, fuck it, let's just buy PrioQ. No. Yeah. But there are some people which I see that will talk about it that they every single time they sit there and they wait in queue to get on and they play regularly, and I don't know how they have the patience for it, especially with how the disconnects are. Yeah. Right? Yeah, okay, so if you don't have PrioQ, you don't boatfly. If you do not have PrioQ, do not boatfly. Or yeah, you'll wait 6 hours to go in and boatfly to disconnect somewhere between 24 minutes later. Then, yeah, then you should be at least spending, I do think Pyro, I think, is worth it, though. And you're not just buying boatfly, you're buying a decent client. It has, like, they probably up the price once. Um, I don't know, yeah, I don't. Let's make sure this isn't widened and I didn't realize. Nope, nope, nope. I know, I know. I'm kind of getting frustrated, but I'm like, what if I give up now and it's only like 2 minutes away? Like 2 minutes more, you know? Okay, oh, so I guess we, yeah, unfortunately. This just died. Let me, you can watch my screen. Are you not on there? Okay, so give me a second. Watch my screen for a second. I'm gonna go grab the charger. Okay.
Yeah, that's was pretty bad. I was kind of thinking that same thing. I didn't that early hours.
What?
I was thinking that.
Am I traveling somewhere?
Yeah.
This was the whole time? Oh my god. Alright, I got this. Shit. I don't want to have to get off here. I was really hoping this would go somewhere before the end of the stream. If I end up tuning in outside of stream and it goes somewhere, I'll go flip on my stream and show off whatever I find. Oh, serious? No, it's fine. It's fine. It's not shattered. Alright, so here you go. Yeah, I think you finally worked on my quality where it doesn't look like crap. I know I had no problems today. Just the regular disconnects, because you will get regular disconnects boat flying, but the back-to-backs that I had originally, I haven't had that problem at all today. All right, let me go ahead and.
Let us know.
What?
You have an entity thing,
What entity thing?
right?
It says boat. Oh, yeah. It says boat, so yeah. No. Yeah, that's actually kind of awesome. But, and I flip it, it flickers sometimes, and you can see it's a boat.
No,
Oh, it's gonna cause the echo. Turn the sound off. I'm gonna check because it looked like it opened up, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. They probably just had to change their elytra there or something. I was hoping. Man. So yeah, so either tomorrow or the next day. I'm not sure when. It's gonna depend because I work tomorrow, and I would end up doing this at night anyways, just because I don't want to worry about disconnects. But I'll be doing the stream where I'm escaping spawn. I'm gonna get a new alt, escape spawn, just so I have an exploring account closer to spawn because I don't want to send this account back to spawn when I'm done here. I'm just taking it back to my main base. And we'll probably just leave it there to build or do whatever, and then I'll have my exploring account that um, I'm probably going to move right back into the. I'm not really sure where I'm going to explore. Our typical exploring we're under 200k, but I think we're going to try between 200 and 700 next time.
It's not on where we spawn in.
Yeah.
Go that direction. Or that way.
Yeah, I could probably do that. I'm probably going to just go look for a tree, make a boat, fly out. I know you said fly around spawn, but I'm probably gonna take myself right outside spawn at least to get some food, and then start flying around.
Find a boat and then
Make a boat. Well, the boat's first, and then some food, and then see if I can. I don't know if I. Well, in order to make a bed, I need to go 30k out. So I don't know if I'm really willing to go that far out.
you just do it over.
Yeah, so I'm not. Yeah, I know. 'Cause I can always fill my and then the chest full of boats. Actually, what I would do is I wouldn't even fill it full of boats. I would fill it full of planks. Just get a whole bunch of planks. That way you have unlimited boats.
Why would you get planks? Just get logs. Move up the top
No, logs. That's true. But then I would no, yeah, that would work. Yeah, so I just put logs in there. Logs. Yeah. I was just trying to save me work. Yeah. I mean that would be nice, but I think I'd rather just because I don't know. I haven't escaped spawn in so long, and we don't really hang around spawn. So I'm not gonna lie. I don't I don't want to say we're soft because like we're a lot tougher than some people. Honestly, if my shit got destroyed, it'd be annoyed, but I wouldn't really care. But at the same time, I'm not really. I still don't like withers. I hate withers. I hate them. I can have stacks of gapples and totems, and I hate withers. And so that's what I'm most worried about going back to spawn is seeing the withers. I don't like them. He's the wither eliminator. If there's a wither, I call him over to go get the wither for me. I just dislike him. I think I played vanilla Minecraft too long before I started on here, where I just have a dislike of withers.
Well, we always
put them in a thing with a little hole and just cut through. In the end gateways? Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think either one of us really fought withers in vanilla survival. Or here, he kills withers here, but I just call him over. They couldn't kill me anyways. I just dislike them. Hoyt and a Hoyt. It was funny. I had to cut. Oh man, that was funny. I wish I could have had that footage in there. That footage was so fucked though with how the frame rates dropped that I just used. Well, I had a continuous shot, but in order to show what was really going on there, you really couldn't tell what he was doing, so I had to cut that footage at the end. But there were two withers that I was laughing as he was running around hitting the wither with a name tag.
Well, he was just like really just right out of my reach. I couldn't name one of them. I couldn't do it. I couldn't name one. Out of my reach.
It's funny.
So I was jumping.
You can, and I think it's funny how he hasn't even come back now.
And then the TP episode, when I found the I started trying to get away from him.
It chased you. I was flying above in a boat just watching. That was funny. Hey, and if anyone thinks of anything that any kind of content that they would actually like to see from people that actually play 2B2T, just let us know. I don't think there's really anything on here that we don't know how to do. That would be a question. Like I don't know. Like there's no active dupe right now, but. Well, I've said that before too. I want to actually do some kind of big build, within Swan Region. I was thinking more like 3K because I really don't want someone to come bother me while I'm building. But I did want to build something that people could actually see. I wanted to find something. He wanted a rustic home. I want something out of obsidian that might be able to last, longer than a week. Totally different style than me. And I build modern. Be right back.
Wait.
My food.
I don't know where you're even going. Okay, I'm just gonna. I think you're going the right way. I just turned you around. I think I just turned you around. It don't look like you were.
I don't know. Oh, you're right. Actually, this is different than when I. Let me take myself and fill it out just in case. I don't know if I just got off course, but this is a little. I don't know if I took a pit stop, but let me go over here. I'm hoping that means that either I'm getting near the end or. No, still not trail. I wonder if there's a trail going through here. You see, that could be what's going on. I don't think so. Maybe not. No, it's kind of. I'm just saying the path looks. I know. I forget to turn it back on when I get in the nether. Like the last 2 or 3 times I went in the nether, I was searching for like an hour, not realizing I forgot to turn search on. Okay. So I just leave it on so I don't forget. Is this the right way? Okay, yeah, there's the right chunks here, so it's going this way. Let's see. Clients we find essential or things we use. We use Pyro and Cami Blue, and that's how we get our boatfly settings right, is with Cami and Pyro and Cami Blue. We for base hunting we rely on Journey Map. We have to have it.
Journey Map is probably
the number one.
The number one thing.
That way you can search out an area and make sure you didn't even miss one chunk. And
I will tell you something I'm not really sure if I'm pretty sure if you use Journey Map enough, you know this. But if you lose a trail, right, and you're trying to follow and you have, the trail that's scared because they're skipping trails. If you watch your Journey Map,
it will open up for you.
It'll actually, the Journey Map will actually load those trails that they skip faster.
So you can watch the map and watch it load in front of you, the chunks load in front of you on the map, and follow that trail. Just watching your Journey Map.
You can actually tell what chunks have been this one's partially loaded. It doesn't show like in chunk finder, but it shows in Journey.
Yep. When I first tried to stream, he wanted me to have Journey Map completely down. He's just trying to be safe, I guess, because it just, I guess, just in case we found anything. But I eventually I couldn't do it. I have my cords off of it, but I going overworld. It almost felt like impossible for me to just keep going at the same rate I was going without it. So for your base hunt, Journey Map, I think, is the number one thing that you need. Of course, you'll need some kind of client or utility mod for the basics, like Stash Finder. Stash Finder is essential.
Honestly, if you continuously watch your thing, you don't need Stash Finder.
There's been times that, okay, so
you're right, because it'll ding you without me.
It dings out of render distance. And also, okay, for example, when I was near spawn, I wasn't really that near spawn. I was like the 12K, 22K, where we found the spawner stash. They had their stash stacked where it looked like regular chests. Well, it dinged for me, and I had to go back. And that wasn't until I free cammed down that I realized what I was looking at, and it was Stash Finder that told me.
Yeah, it was in spawners, but it was
There was one that was at the very bottom, and it was actually in, I think, a couple double chests, but it was put so far down there that it looked like the line. It looked like a spawner chest from up above. It wasn't until I actually got down on the ground and free cam that I could tell what I was actually looking at, and it was Stash Finder that let me know. So Stash Finder was storage ESP, Journey Map for base and stash hunting. Those are really what you need. A way to get around is Pyro for boatfly. I think all the clients we've used, as of recently, we've used, of course, Future, Impact, Pyro, Cami. Right now, we're just down to Pyro and Cami because they pretty much do everything we need them to do.
Yeah, a lot of the Future, that's kind of tough.
Future was kind of a letdown.
No. Future.
It's a good client for PvP.
No.
What was it? A good overall client. I think Pyro's better. Well, the part with the Future is it's not updated as much, and for a paid client, I think it should be updated regularly. That's my opinion. It's a good PvP client, definitely better than free clients, because there's a reason some are paid and some are free. But they're before we had Pyro, yeah, they're free cam, they're chunk finder. They have a lot of good modules. Free cam. Oh, I want to show how bad that is. Unfortunately, I don't want to. No, I was gonna land. I was gonna compare them so that they can get an idea of the two different modules, because I'm just so happy because for a while he had Future and I didn't, and I wasn't able to free cam like he could. So Cami, and don't get me wrong, I actually love Cami for they've had a lot of good flight modules and they're very overall good utility mod, but their free cam, where is it? The free cam render.
Yeah,
Where is it? Isn't it render? Player? Let's see. Oh yeah, there it is. Their free cam. Why am I trying to attack something?
You trying to attack yourself?
I guess. I think I am. Do I have some kind of war on? Oh. This is actually not showing as bad. It's real in the nether. Like this. This doesn't actually, because in the nether is where it's really bad. They must have fixed it, because oh, that doesn't even seem too bad. But maybe it's worse in the nether or they fixed it. But it was, for me, unusable, which was kind of disappointing. Oh, and there's a lag too. Electrofly would make you fall to the ground if you used it.
Yeah, you would still move while you're flying.
Oh my god, I think it also does this. I just, yeah. Oh my god, I just killed my browser. My Minecraft. But I don't want to end like this. I don't. I'm gonna log back in just to put another 5 minutes so it doesn't end like this. Cammy Bloom fade and that was fine. Yeah, so that was my this was my example of what happens for camming and Cammy. So unfortunately, because I do love a lot of their modules, but free cam was never their top module.
Do you still have
I don't know if I should control. Yeah. But I landed. I thought I've landed before and used free cam, but not Cammy's.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should just close out. I could try to force close this, but then it'll be loading again. I'm just gonna do it and do Control Alt. They can't see my screen. It's only set to show up. Okay, close the program. Wonderful. Crash error. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna get back on. We're gonna get off soon, but I really do want to. Still wasn't done showing Pyro's because Pyro's really nice. I kind of wanted to show off some of Pyro's modules. And I wanted to get to the end of my trail, but it's not gonna happen. My one complaint with Pyro, which I think was addressed in someone else's video, is that it does take forever to load up Minecraft. Like,
that's like not including the whole Forge loading screen, but now you have
this little fire thing loading up. Let me see if it's showing. It probably is. Yeah, you got to look at that for a long time. Ejecting. Is it going to start?
What?
Sometimes just click it again and then close it because sometimes I don't know. I think it's a superstition. And then you say cancel. And I swear that I think it's just the timing, but it's like a superstition of mine. Okay. Hey, can I see that? You really? Where at?
No, it
Shouldn't be.
shouldn't.
Mine doesn't have any ads. No, you're on the wrong video. Oh my god, between Cami Blue and Pyro and Forge and all that shit, it takes so long to load Minecraft. That's why I really debate when it's frozen, even like restarting it, because I don't like going through that. Okay, so I'm back in. Apparently it did kick me from it. Oh, am I still in free cam? Shit. Okay, good. I'm out of free cam. Alright, so Pyro's free cam, which actually, what did I have that as? H, I think? Pyro's free cam. No lag issues. I need to show you in the nether, because in the nether it really does mess up with the netherrack and stuff like that. That's their free cam.
Really?
It doesn't mess up
Really
either.
bad frame rate drop for them.
Okay, I'm
I'm
done.
just saying. I'm looking at your watching right now.
Okay. Alright. See which way is which. I know I'm making them both go up.
Yeah, you don't see it.
I know which way it goes. They both go up. They've been going up for 5 hours. Actually, it did change directions a couple times earlier. Well, that's what makes me think it might be a real trail, because it first made one go up further from the highway, then it made the other one go up further from the highway after it had been traveling along the side for a while. See, it kind of turns. Like, look at this. I mean, that's what I'm saying, is this could have been someone manually, I guess. I don't know. Then again, elytra fly before Cammy got it down. It was, oh shit. This is what I'm talking about. You're not really out of your boat, even though it looks like it.
You're still in your boat.
You're still in your boat. Oh, let me in. Oh,
Yeah,
whoa.
see?
Yeah, see, you're still in your boat. You're still there. Oh my god. Okay. Really? This is your trick to not getting disconnected, though I only recommend this during the day when there's cryo queue. Because at night, sometimes it's easier just to disconnect. Turn my auto walk on? Why? I've never done that before. I just wait till I'm up there and then I push forward again. I mean, if I log, yeah. Should I tower up to it? I'm gonna try. Oh my god, I'm doing it. Let's see if this. It's gonna drop me, I know. Oh my god. Hey, it's working! It's working! Go! Oh, this is really. I love you, 2B2T. But don't worry, you're safe. I won't die from this. It's just a visual glitch. Ah, okay. Be sure my auto walk is on. Let's see. Is it? Yeah, it is on. Okay. Alright, disconnect. I will still be alive when I come back in, I promise. Sometimes you can make yourself glitch back in your boat and you're good. It's going to be too soon, but it's okay. I'll just check my settings on everything. I don't want to. Alright. Oh, I'm back in. Okay.
You're still in your boat.
And I'm still in my boat and I'm still alive. And I didn't really tower up into the rack. Nope. It just disappeared.
So what all happened was just an illusion.
It's just an illusion. I was just trying to think of something too, but I can't. I'm not that witty at this time of night. What the fuck? No, you didn't. You didn't say it right. That's the wrong term. It is. Look up the definition. Don't leave my channel. I'm gonna watch the chat, so I'm gonna just pull it up here, okay? Let's see what exactly a paradox is. A seemingly absurd or self-contradictory. That's right. It's something that like contradicts itself.
Well, then I guess it's a bit.
A statement or proposition that, when investigated or explained, may prove to be well-founded of true. Kind of like. Let me try to think. I'm gonna actually look up an example of a paradox. Sorry, I know this is not that exciting, but I always want to know we're using words correctly. Save money by spending it is a paradox. Okay, so like, oh, buy this and save. Okay, that
So
makes.
you're in your boat, but not in your boat.
You're in your
That's
boat.
the paradox.
I still don't think that's quite correct, but that's okay. You know, I'm gonna leave stuff for people to find and throw it in another rack.
Me too.
Yeah. I'm just gotta be sure not to accidentally throw out a shulker. I have too much netherrack anyways, actually. Is that my stack? Oh shit, I consolidated it all when I got those, that nether stash.
Yeah, see, it's on the netherrack.
Oh my god. It's okay. Alright. I'm sure I'll get plenty more of it. I have other shit to tower up with, though, if I need to. Are you finding me? Hey, my numbers are kind of, getting kind of. I wonder what's gonna happen when that gets. I bet there's gonna be something. I bet in 60K there's gonna be something. Something there. You never know. I've been right before when I've said that. No, it's not a completely, like, even number. Is it open? Wait. 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 No, it's not. Damn it. It looked like it. I just want to find the end of the trail. I know we need to go to bed, but I've been just. I want to find the end of this so bad. You got disconnected again?
Mm-hmm.
Not like your third time in a row?
No.
Second?
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess we can go till 2:30, and then we'll get off.
Yeah, and then at 2:30 you were like, oh,
no, I was we're gonna go to 2:30 because we do need to get up in the morning, unfortunately. I guess we have more things to do than just be on here.
You have to be up at like 4.
Yeah. Well, we did nap earlier, so we're a little rested. What do we have to in here? We'll be up at 7:30. I'll have to set a real alarm.
A real alarm, not a fake one.
Not a phone alarm. Like, where phone alarms are when I know I'm going to probably wake up, and then when I only get 2 hours of sleep for whatever reason, then you set a real alarm. Like a clock.
One that plays freaking staticky AM music.
That's, I know. I set it on a bunch of static, so that way I'm sure it wakes me up. I was hoping that before 2:30, and then if I found something, then I could. I am gonna find whatever's out here. But this seems even too long to be a base hunt trail, even. Well, you're the one that told me to come out to the millions because there was big things.
You keep saying using that same stuff, man. I'm telling you.
Wait, I know. Well, after I'm at the, I know. Well, I found this trail when I was heading out. When I after this trail, doesn't matter if I hit any more trails. We're just gonna head back. Well, we'll transfer our stuff back home, and then I don't know what you plan to do. I probably plan on getting an alt and trying to get out of spawn, move it. Hey, obsidian? Obsidian dropped item. Obsidian times 3. Keep going. Actually, I'm going to print screen here. Do you think they made a portal, maybe? Is it just in the water? Okay, it's like the... Like, why would they throw out obsidian?
If it's under the water, then is it on the bottom?
It's just right there. They probably just threw it out.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's still something. Something other than just a trail. Alright, so I guess 5 more minutes. Another useful tool is I love having the name tags on everything because it's so much easier to find dead bodies. Like if you see gapples listed, you know it's not just torches down there. That's actually only something I recently started using. I don't know why I wasn't using it before, but I've added them both because I like them both. Hey, and if any of you have any other ideas on content or even want to say anything or any tips you know for base hunting, because that's we tend to be.
No, I could probably build a new base.
That would be cool. We should build an actual spawn base on stream, like um.
Not even a small base.
Well, no, that's what I mean. That's what I was thinking spawn base like under 200K. Like, because we need one of those anyways, just to have it, just as a pit stop. Something we can't be too invested in. We won't have any stashes there. I have more alts outposts there. Well, but that'd be kind of cool. I know, but that's how we get home. We usually just pearl ourselves back home. Which, by the way, if you're newer, don't do that at spawn because they can track your location.
If anybody sees you,
they sees you and render distance. They see you pearl away. They grab your cords. So at least make sure you're out of the spawn region before you do that. But it's definitely no one's. I would be outside of spawn. I've seen people do it like on stream in spawn, and I just don't think I'd ever feel comfortable. I can't either. Trying to get your boat out of the tree. You know what? It proves that I got my settings right. My work for stream. I am happy. It works. Because before I couldn't go 2 minutes without getting disconnected while trying to stream. Next time I think I'm gonna try putting Spotify on again because I changed a few things around and Spotify was another thing when I had music running even without a stream it was disconnecting me. So I don't know if I have my settings right where now I can do that. It's similar like the basic way to fly is yeah, Jake the Snake tells you, but there are a little few specifics that can keep you from keep you from disconnecting because honestly just straight up flying and disconnecting every 2 minutes is a pain in the ass. It really is. You're still eventually going to disconnect at some point, but
it can be a lot less frequent.
Yeah, if it's if you're there's no prio queue and it's every 20 to 40 minutes, that's not a big deal.
Just like turn the speed all the way down.
That was the point.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could make it over trees, but mountains and stuff, but it's still like there's a happy medium going 20 to 40 minutes without disconnect, and 30 seconds to get back on at a higher speed versus going super slow and not getting disconnected. I think I'd choose going a little faster. Yeah, I'm not sure what anyone wants to see. I don't know what you're interested in seeing about 2B22, so I really do appreciate feedback.
we're just doing what we
yeah, that's kind of how it was, just something for fun. I noticed there's not many 2B2T streamers. Figured I would just stream what we do on here, which is spend 90% of our time in the air. Once we get closer to spawn, because like I said, we are still well into the millions. Once we get to the, what the hell's going on here? The typical stash location, there'll be a lot more interesting shit back to back. So that after this, after this stream, we should be completely out of the millions. Okay, I guess it is 2:30. Let me find a place. I'm just gonna land, I think. So the next place you want to land.
Alright, guys. Like it just some more stuff on this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As every other YouTuber says. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Is that your official YouTube voice? Oh my god, don't embarrass me, please. Please don't embarrass me. Stop. Okay. Okay. That's that. Yes. This is not land. This is definitely not land at all. Okay. That's fine. Well, I'm gonna make myself some land just because I don't know what else. Underwater. Doesn't matter, but
okay. Yeah, people are gonna be fine if you just sit and be like, ooh, we found something.
Alright. Yeah, I think it's so excited for some netherrack there. Alright, disconnecting.
Alright, guys, until next time.
Alright.